I'm Lydia, and I'm going to introduce to you a training activity, how to improve ICT skills through searching for cultural events. I think you see this, yes? Okay. So the main idea of this activity is to teach adults to love digital skills, how to find useful information on internet, which is the best and quickest way to find anything what we are searching for. And our target group are adults with lower digital skills. The best way is to put them in groups of max 10 participants or even less, because you will work better with smaller groups. Those groups can be also intergenerational, so youngers can offer support to older members. And what are goals? Are getting familiar with internet, getting to know various browsers, learning how to create suitable keywords for searching on internet, getting to know websites with cultural events, learning about safety on internet, and for advanced participants, learning how to book and pay for online tickets. You need to prepare a suitable classroom with suitable equipment, sufficient number of computers, projector, a good internet connection, and a list of websites with local or national cultural events. First, you have an initial discussion with participants. You will discuss on previous knowledge about the use of internet, about the cultural events participants like to visiting, about advantages of searching for cultural events on internet, and about advantages of booking and purchasing online tickets for cultural events. And if initial discussion shows participants have different levels of knowledge, then divide them in pairs, so you have one more and one less skilled person in one group, in one pair. Here are some examples of those questions. When you the first time meet with the participant or with your group, you will need to know how much do they know, where are they with the knowledge of searching on the internet. So you will ask them something like that. Have you ever used the internet? If yes, for what reason? How often? On which devices? Do you like it? Or if not, why not? Would you like to learn? Or no, I don't know, something like that, or something more, something less. And so you have determined how skilled are your participants, and you know where to start. For the first, you need to tell them something about internet browsers, show them different types of them, such as Chrome, Edge, Mozilla Firefox, Apple Safari, Brave, Opera, Vivaldi, and there are a lot of more of them, but I just picked some. The Chrome browser is the most widely used web browser, has standard settings also for other browsers, has multi-platform integration, support for a variety of plugins and add-ons, has built-in Chromecast, so you can stream your favorite entertainment to your HD TV. Microsoft Edge is a successor for Internet Explorer, is also Chromium-based, is default system browser on Windows 10. Some functions has the same functions as the Chrome browser. Also Chromecast support, and offers voice reading of web pages. Mozilla Firefox is written in Rust. Rust is a programming language such as C or C++, is open source, slightly different user experience from the Chromium-based browsers, and has a wide array of plugins available as well. Apple Safari works on Mac and iOS. It's Mac and iOS-based browser. It was the first with a reading mode. Also support multi-platform, has Apple integrated services such as fingerprint protection, Apple Pay support, and a sign-in with Apple feature to replace Facebook and Google as web account authorizers. Brave browser, also Chromium-based, user privacy oriented, has a private window with Tor, which increase anonymity, is built in an ad blocker, same basic functionality like the Chrome browser. And then you can also tell them something about search engines, which is the difference between the search browser and the search engine, because in all browsers you can use those search engines such as Google, Bing, Yahoo, Baidu, Yandex, DuckDuckGo, Ask.com. Yandex is a Russian one. I don't know if you heard for it, but it's a very good one. DuckDuckGo doesn't track your history and anything. It's also a very good one. And now I will put your link in our chat, and you will solve this short quiz. Okay. You can go on and on with this quiz. And I will continue with introduction to going on for participants and going online for participants. And when you have participants with lower skills, you need to guide them to the right icon on the computer that they can start an appropriate browser. And then you need to explain them of accepting the cookies. They can check them, but cookies improve browsing experience on a website. They show personalized content and targeted ads, analyze site traffic, helps understand where their audience came from, and you can choose to accept them or not, but if you don't accept them, some sites might not work. Then you can have a discussion about cultural events. Here are some examples of questions. What cultural events do you like visiting? Where do you find information about cultural events? Where do you usually purchase tickets for these events? Do you ever use internet for searching cultural events? And important is to know how to form search keywords. It's important that you don't write questions, but keywords. So better use several keywords divided by commas. So examples here you can see. If you're interested in all cultural events in your city, then you will write cultural events, comma, and the name of the city in which you're searching something. If you're interested only in music, then you will write cultural events, comma, music, comma, concerts, and the name of the city. And if you're interested in all cultural events in your town except concerts, then you will write cultural events minus concerts and the name of the town or city. For advanced users, or also this with lower skills, you can tell them to use tabs which are below search engine or bar, those web picture news, and then for exact search, you use quotes. Put the words in quotes, so it will be more exact. To ignore some content, use a minus. We just saw on the previous slide. And this one is also use a column to find keywords on a specific website. Like if you're looking Luka Doncic, all the content with Luka Doncic on the site nba.com, then you will write in search like it's written here, Luka Doncic site colon and nba.com. So you will find all the content with Luka Doncic on the site nba.com. Now you can split your participants into groups of 3 or 4 and give each group a short text with description of the things you wish to search for. Ask them to discuss and create the most appropriate search keywords, and ask them to put the keywords into search bar and see what pops up. Some task for them. And here are examples. If we want to find some interesting museum or exhibitions about World War II in our country, we will, in national language and English, open on Saturday afternoon, guided tour in national language and English. You can write museum.www2.slovenia, and then will pop out all the museums about World War II in our country. You can prepare a list of some of local and national websites for cultural events. For those groups, divide those websites among the groups and ask them to visit the sites and explore them. Ask them to make a list of information you can find on a certain website. After those group works are finished, ask the group members to report, and then create a list of websites according to what cultural events they offer. For example, a list of websites where you can find concerts, where you can find museum. You can make groups of those websites also. And if the participants previously attended a course where they learned for example, about Google Documents, ask them to fill in a common Google document with all the websites, so they can share the document with all the participants through email. If they are beginners and if you have enough time, you can decide to teach them how to do that. We have also another exercise. Give out individual or group exercise. For example, find some concert in your hometown. Find some theater events in some nearby towns, or find some ballet performance in your country. Just different things to search about culture. You can also show them how to book and purchase online tickets. One site which providing booking and purchasing in Slovenia is this one here written, www.eventim.se. For example, you can show them a page just where to book, or just where can book and purchase, and you need to explain them conditions about that they have the right credit card, where they can check if they have the right credit cards. Okay, this means that your credit card need to have evaluation, or how to say, those 3 numbers on the back of the card that you can pay with it. But from my experience, those with lower skills doesn't want to use those cards. They're afraid of buying something on the internet. A practical example. You can show them a practical example how to purchase a ticket for an event. For us, is Eventim.se. And you can go through the whole procedure and to fill in personal information and explain them what mean a star sign that is obligatory to fill those fields. Choose the delivery type, choose the payment method, fill in the card details, and so on. You could demonstrate them all except the final step of paying. Then we have also a group work. Each group receives instructions for a ticket they have to find on an internet first and then purchase. You have divided people in more groups, and you have gave them a different tickets to find, and they need to find them and then go through procedure to purchase. And you can also tell them something about safety on internet, that they need to use websites that they know or somebody close to them knows. Never buy anything online if a site doesn't have a SSL encryption, and URL for the site will start with HTTPS and the log symbol. It means it's safe. Give up as little personal data as possible on those sites. Use strong and different passwords. If shopping via public hotspots, stick to known networks. Avoid shopping in public and on public networks, and check the website by using forums on internet or those Google Safe Browsing Diagnostic. This link on this site, you can check other websites, or on the other Scam Advisor. Also on Scam Advisor, you can check the sites, and you can also use Trustpilot to check domain or website. Also important for safety on internet is that you update your browser all the time. Try to avoid spam and phishing, and if you can, identify suspicious sites. Practical exercise about this is to prepare some websites that offer purchase. Participants are divided into groups, and each group gets some websites, and then ask them to check out the websites on the internet and try to determine if they're safe or not. Just give them some sites and ask them that they need to check those websites if they are safe or not. Virtual culture. Because we live in those strange times, we can visit virtual museum and some or other stuff. So you need to explain to participants about the possibilities of virtual tours of museum galleries, concerts, and so on, and which benefits. You can enjoy the museum or gallery concert from the comfort of your home. In our country is National Museum of Slovenia in Ljubljana. Support local cultural institutions and artists. Visit, attend cultural events from distant places and countries. So you can visit other places from your home. And now we will take a tour of the Museum of Recent History Celje. I will put you this link in chat, and we can go through those through museum, and then you will have a task. You need to find professions that were popular in Celje in the past.